Mommy Brainers! Welcome to episode 3 of Fully Informed. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about ultrasounds. Most importantly, are they safe? So let's just jump right into the pros of ultrasounds. Ultrasounds are really good at, in early pregnancy, telling you how far along you are. They can be good at identifying multiples, identifying gender, identifying possible defects. They can tell you where the placenta is, what position your baby is in, and they can even tell you how much amniotic fluid you have in your uterus. So those are the pros of an ultrasound. And of course, a non-clinical pro is that they are very bonding. If you are having a hard time bonding to your baby, I hear a lot of women say, as soon as I see my baby on that screen, it became real to me. So they can have really positive emotional aspect to them. But are they safe? Because that's the real important thing here. Now, the World Health Organization, the WHO, did do a study on this, particularly in ultrasounds in early pregnancy. And they noticed there was a slight increase in abnormalities within babies who had very frequent ultrasounds in the first 22 weeks of pregnancy. Now, after that, it seems that there is no real risk when used appropriately. Other risks that can be associated with ultrasound is the misdiagnosis of the size of your baby. And this happens a lot. So you hear it a lot. You hear a small-framed woman, and she goes to get an ultrasound, and they tell her baby's too big for her body, that she just can't have this baby because it's going to be like 10 pounds or even 9 or 8 pounds, and she's just too small, and they measure her pelvis, and it just won't work, and they suggest a C-section or a nuction to keep your baby from going full term and growing. Now, this is really dangerous because here's the thing. And I will have a whole episode on baby size and whether that's a real issue. But usually, in most cases, it isn't. There are some incidences of babies truly being too big, but typically they aren't. So that is the biggest downside to an ultrasound, is that can be misdiagnosed. And there can be other misdiagnoses. We know that genders can be wrong. We know that sometimes you can spot twins where there aren't any twins. That happened to my best friend. So it's really important to take some of these things with a grain of salt. Remember that ultrasounds are really useful in some ways, and in other ways shouldn't be quite as trusted, particularly with your baby size. I will link all the research I did in the description section below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.